how to do my sign on?
No.
It's like, hi.
Hi.
I'm leaving that in there. Okay, so it's me and Abby, and we're here to tell you about the book. Woo! You excited?
Yes.
I flew all the way out from Michigan. I flew all the way out from California to come to Michigan yesterday, and it was the flight from hell. It was awful. I puked. The key to traveling is puke before you get on the plane. Alright, so people have been asking me, when did we begin writing this story? It's a very important question because I feel like, when did we begin writing these characters, or when did we begin writing this story? Because those are two totally different questions. So, when did we begin writing these characters?
I think it was back when we were 14, wasn't it?
We were 14, and it kind of started with that really stupid song. Yeah, we wrote a song about a space princess.
Because there was no cool princesses at the time that wanted to take charge and didn't need a prince in their life or anything, so...
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what happened. Yeah. Nevaeh, the space princess, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay.
And the book has definitely changed.
Yeah, because the book originally was about Nevaeh.
Yeah.
And Rain and Kava were her handmaidens. We kind of started to find that there was another story that we thought was a lot better, and that's where the Veiled Hope has come from, the Guardians.
Yeah.
We just realized that the camera was falling down, so now it's going to be a slightly different angle, but that's okay. Okay, where do we draw inspiration from for these characters?
Well, obviously Kava and Rain, based off of us.
Yeah, okay, I will admit that.
Semi based off of us.
Yeah.
Autumn, literally, though she is Rain, she is metamorphosed into Rain, literally.
Yeah, I'll admit to that a little bit. I think it's because I wrote Rain to be the person that I wanted to grow up to be. And
it happened.
It kind of did, yeah. And Abby, definitely, when you read Kava, like, it's like, oh my gosh, she's so sweet all the time. She's so nice to people, even when they do not deserve it. That's Abby. She's Snow White, and Kava is space Snow White. So, yeah. For other characters, though, like Aiden, who's one of my favorite characters to write, I know he's one of your favorite characters to write, people read, well, some of our friends who've read more of the books than you guys have, sorry, they love Aiden. Aiden is really funny, he's kind of the comic relief, but he's really smart, too, and he was based off my brother, whose name is Aiden, so that's kind of where the inspiration for him comes. We actually, a lot of the characters are inspired on our family.
I think the last main character that is really important is Lagan, who you guys will meet, and we won't give any spoilers away, but he's a very important character, and I think our inspiration for him was basically, I mean, he's very, what's the right word for it? He keeps all his emotions in, I guess. He's very emotional and very loyal to those that he loves.
Yeah.
And he's basically like the big brother you would always want. Very protective older brother. I guess that's how I classify him.
Yeah.
Very protective.
Yeah.
So.
He's a fun character to write because he's very complex. He's a complex character to write. Which is why Hammer is fun to write too, because he's chaotic evil, and that is the best kind of villain to write. Because you never know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he can be nice one minute and then kill somebody the next minute. And I mean, you can basically do anything with the character. You can't write him wrong. So our main characters, that's our inspiration. Of course, we have actors who we do have that
inspire us,
to write the characters.
Yeah, we kind of pick people, and it kind of helps, which is a great idea. If you're writing a book and you want like some inspiration, definitely go and kind of choose like, who do I think would be a good person to play this person, and find them, and then kind of like use their facial expressions and stuff, and it actually kind of helps you. It helps the book kind of write itself. I think. I don't know if that's cheating, but if it's cheating, I don't care. What if we don't get this published? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna self-publish? I don't think we're going to self-publish.
No, not self-publish.
I think that we're going to take, if we don't get published, I think we're going to take, how well it does in this contest. We're going to take all of the reviews that people have given us and all the support, and we're going to try to get it published through a different publisher. We'll just go, we'll write some query letters. We did that in the past when we were a lot younger, and the book was not as complete and polished as it is now. And I think that we could write a much better query letter, all that stuff. That it's such a pain. Yeah. Getting published is a pain, but once it's done, it's cool. I think. I don't know.
Not to give it away without spoilers. Some things to expect. Surprising connections.
Surprising connections. Cool sciencey stuff. I think that's one of my favorite things to write is the technobabble, because you literally can write whatever you want, but at the same time you can't. You have to read like a lot of like, I read like the autobiography of Nikola Tesla, his inventions and stuff as a kid, so that's where I get a lot of my technobabble stuff. So you can expect a lot of cool sciencey stuff like that. You can expect, especially from Keva, because Keva is adorable and everyone is in love with her, you can expect a literal love dodecahedron around her, okay? But what's great about it is that we both really strive to make the story not just about like the love story. Like if you took away the love story, you would still have like this huge thing happening. Yeah.
I think it causes certain scenarios to happen too. So
yeah. And since there are so many angles in a dodecahedron, it makes lots of angles in the story. See what I did there?
Yeah.
That was really awkward. You can expect a lot of fight and escape and battle scenes and space battles and cool dog fights. And yeah.
Those are fun to write.
They are fun to write.
I like those.
They're super fun to write.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to like really get into like the emotion of the moment.
Yeah.
And you have to like kind of like, I write it two different ways. Like I'll either write it like really, really fast, like as it's happening in my brain, or like it literally takes me 5 days. And you know how that is. She literally has waited for me to finish like a 2-page scene. It took like a week.
I was waiting very patiently.
You were. You know what else you can expect? A whole lot of snark.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite thing to write. I love writing that.
Yeah. I feel like I'm really sad because I felt like that was the one thing that the first chapter really missed.
Yeah.
There was some snark, but not as much as there is. And we are going to hang on till the end of the thing because we're going to do a little excerpt and you will see some of the snark that is involved. But it's mostly because Rain and Keva both are really sarcastic.
Yes. Yeah,
Rain a lot more so, and Keva's more just being smart, and it comes out as snark.
Yeah, definitely. And we also have a lot of other characters who are very much so sarcastic and hilarious. I love writing funny scenes. So
Yeah,
there's
they're
lots of funny
funny.
scenes upcoming.
Yeah, don't worry, it's gonna be a really funny story. It's not just all like serious, I have deep, terrible secrets that I can't tell anyone. It's not just like that. Intricate betrayals. Is that too specific?
No.
No.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of intricate betrayals.
Believe me, we have gone over some sad emotions on those characters.
I know. Oh, and I've written some really like, that kind of leads to the next thing. Some grisly scenes and some like really gnarly death scenes. Like I wrote something recently and she texted me back and she was like, that was nasty.
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
It was gross. I cringed.
So it's not like there's no zombies in the book, but it's about as close to the gore as you can get without zombies.
Yeah.
So not that they were through the entire thing or anything, but definitely in parts where it was appropriate, it definitely came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can look forward to that. That's kind of fun. What is your favorite part about writing?
I guess, like, having the characters come to life. Because we've been talking about our characters for so long. Like, I have a Keva bracelet, you have a Rain bracelet. So actually having them come to life on the page and having them have conversations. Although sometimes it's like me and you having a conversation.
Yeah.
But having them come to life, I mean, and finally having the story played out, that's like my favorite part of writing.
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
having the characters be able to speak, giving them a voice.
Yeah. Yeah. It is kind of cool. And it's funny because a lot of the scenes in here have literally come from our conversations together. Like, we'll have a conversation about the book and, like, it literally gets put word for word in there.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of fun. That's cool. Yeah, I think my favorite part about writing is just the fact that, like, I look back on it, like a couple weeks later and I'm like, I don't remember writing this. Man, that's really good. And I'm like, I'll laugh at it and be like, I don't even remember writing that. That's my favorite part about writing. It's weird because then it's like, these characters really wrote themselves. I feel like I just kind of was like the pen through which they were written. And I think that that's a sign of pretty well-developed characters, if I may say so. So, we're going to read you a little bit of an excerpt. We thought it would be fun to give you guys a little bit more before we signed off. And we decided to choose something that wouldn't really give away the whole, plot part, but kind of gave you a little bit of the development of the characters. And Beth here is going to help us out. Abby's going to do Keva, I'm going to do Rain, she's going to do the narrator parts, and it's probably going to be really hilarious because I doubt that we'll be able to perfectly read that from this far away.
And she's never read this, so.
So she'll probably be like, oh! Alright, so here goes the excerpt that I'm not going to title or anything, just go.
Okay. The next morning, Keva silently crept around her new room, hoping not to wake up her grumpy and disagreeable roommate. She could tell that whatever made Rain instantly dislike her didn't even have anything to do with the events of the night before. There was something else going on. Unfortunately, she did not succeed as her partner was already awake. In the refresher, lining her eyes with a charcoal tip and looking perpetually condescending, but a rather half-hearted
Morning.
slipped out of her like,
That was so perfect.
Okay, I think that's it for me.
Wow, okay.
Kavis. Attempting to sound bright, but falling as she was far from a morning person.
I guess you're talking to me now. That's a start.
I didn't say it was a good morning or anything.
Rain answered just as quickly.
Just a morning that will inevitably turn out to be a day with more opportunities for meddling and unforeseeable mischief making.
She stated pointedly.
I apologized.
Kayla began braiding her long, dark hair, bunching it into a knot at the nape of her neck, and checking her profile before facing her bed-headed partner once again. Who knew so little hair could cause so much damage? Is that me?
Because she has a pixie. Have you never seen a pixie in the morning? It's like this.
It's true, her hair does look like that in the morning. Maybe it's your turn.
This drew
Not
a
the
small
apologizing.
chuckle as Rain finished with her eyes and began attempting to manage her mostly on-end hair.
I'm sorry you nearly got us kicked out of the Guardian program the second we were in.
She growled and seemed less than satisfied at her coif and watched as Kava began her morning rituals of lotions.
This sounds really, really weird. I mean, it sounds like really girly. Anyways, satisfactory partner. That was not a satisfactory apology,
Kava
Rain.
threw up her hands, accidentally tossing her eye cream into Rain's face as she did. But the blonde caught it before it could hit the floor and set it down with a very firm thump on the counter.
What can I possibly do that will convince you I'm not just a geek? Thank you.
She took the bottle back.
So sweet.
Sighing, Rain turned her face back to the mirror and seemed to be staring at her own reflection for several seconds before she washed her hands and shrugged her shoulders.
Look, you're probably right. We got off on the wrong foot. I want this partnership to work, but you can't go pulling stunts like that. What stunts? You made us. You
She
made us look bad.
corrected.
You made us look bad. This is really interesting.
I did not.
Kava argued quietly.
I made us look different, and different is everything in a world of mediocrity. Mediocrity. Yeah.
Good job.
I don't. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't.
Oh,
That's you.
Rain was cut off as her
I should never
communicator
narrate
began
anything.
to chirp, and Kava noticed that the image displayed as the caller identification was an older woman with a very distinctly military air, like Rain. Before Rain could answer it, Kava also noticed the personalized name, M.A. Could this be Rain's mother? Her partner answered it quickly, moving out of the refresher without another look in Kava's direction.
Fajal Sexuma, F.F. Shar.
Now, Kava considered herself quite educated in most of the languages spoken on Dorson, besides common speech. But it didn't sound like any of the dialects she was familiar with. It rather sounded like one of the nonsense languages some of the seeded planets liked to create, but she couldn't place it and didn't know why Rain, a Dorson native, would use one. She decided she'd best keep to herself and figure it out later on, her own. Finished getting ready and hurried about before she could get into any more arguments with Rain. When she left, the blonde was listening intently to whatever M.A. had to say and didn't offer her so much as a nod of recognition as she left their room.
Wow, rude. Whoa, sorry. You are a great narrator. I suck at this. I'm like, I don't.
It's a past hobby of mine.
Yeah.
Narration.
That was fun.
I watch a lot of movies, I guess.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Alright, so that's all that we have for today, and hopefully you guys will get to see this before the end of the contest, and it will be interesting to you, and maybe give you a little bit more of information about our book, and make you want to buy it.
Oh well, your life would suck.
My life does suck.
It's not with me and
Let's go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Disneyland! Woohoo! Ow.
Yeah, I saw that coming in my
Okay, bye.
way.